former Eminem employee is busted, accused of stealing and then selling the rapper's unreleased music.
A former Eminem employee has been sentenced to life in prison, and the reason isn't just shocking, it's deeply personal. According to reports, this case involves a massive betrayal from someone inside Eminem's trusted circle, someone with access to the very core of his creative world. Leaked material, hidden transactions, and a web of secrecy unraveled into one of the most unexpected legal bombshells in recent music history.
A former sound engineer is facing federal charges for stealing from Slim Shady.
But what exactly happened? How did things spiral so far out of control? The details are more explosive than anyone imagined, and the fallout is far from over. So let's begin, shall we?
Eminem's former sound engineer Joseph Strange worked with the artist for 14 years, many times at this Ferndale studio, where he allegedly stole the unreleased music and put it on his own personal devices.
Behind the studio door. To fully understand what happened here, we first need to talk about Eminem's circle of trust. When you hear the name Eminem, you probably think of the raw lyrics, the relentless flow, the brutal honesty. But behind the music is a fortress, Effigy Studios, nestled in a quiet corner of Ferndale, Michigan. It's where Slim Shady becomes Marshall Mathers again. No flashing lights, no distractions, just a booth, a mic, and a trusted team who've been with him through every album, relapse, and recovery. Until one of them broke that trust, but we'll get to that. Inside that studio, there's no room for ego. Eminem is known to be obsessive, spending hours perfecting a single line, layering vocals, tearing down beats, just to rebuild them stronger. And the people who work with him? They don't just clock in. They become gatekeepers of a creative vault no outsider ever sees. If you make it into that circle, it's not because you're good. It's because you're undeniably good, and more importantly, trustworthy. Mike Strange is one of those names fans might not know, but if you've ever listened to an Eminem track since the early 2000s, you've heard his work. He's the guy behind the soundboard, the one who helps translate all that emotion into decibels. And by his side was someone else, quiet, behind the scenes, but always present. Someone who, for years, worked just a few feet from the man himself. Someone who had access to everything. There's a reason Eminem has survived decades in the spotlight without losing control of his art. He doesn't just drop albums, he guards them. Leaks have destroyed careers before, but not his.